Hey vlog. So it's been a hot minute, like a minute. I know I have not vlogged in a while, and there's a reason. You might notice my surroundings are a little bit different than usual. So back in like April, I swore into the United States Navy. I decided to pursue a career here in the Navy, be able to better myself, but also like better my future, because college was going to be a hard choice for me. It was going to be a hard path financially, so I decided to join the military, get those benefits. Today in this video, I'm just gonna talk about my boot camp experience and like all of that. So yeah, well, let's first start with my process overall. So like I said, back in April, I swore in. I had my recruiter. I was talking to two recruiters at the same time because I was seeing my options. I was weighing my options. So after I decided to make a decision, my process with the Navy was pretty quickly. It was very quick, very easy. My recruiter really made it very easy for me. So that was a good thing for me. It was very easy. Although it was stressful because there was a few factors that could have affected my enlistment. They were able to work with it, help me with it, which was amazing. So from there, I swear in, I shipped out 4 days after my graduation, which is kind of crazy, not gonna lie. But yeah, I shipped out right away. So the night before my family left me in the hotel, I said goodbye. From there, we woke up very early the next day. We decided to go to, we didn't decide, we had to go. We went to MEPS again. We went to MEPS again early in the morning, did our last physical. And it was a very quick physical. They just checked us real quick, make sure we were good to go still. From there, we proceeded to go to we went to a room. I just remember we were in a room, we ate. We were in that room waiting for a bus to come get us, and that bus took us to the airport. There, I was able to see my family again. I was able to say goodbye to a few friends that I didn't get to say goodbye to the day before. So I said goodbye. Got on that plane. Because of where I'm at, I had to stop in Arizona for a bit. So we stopped at Arizona. It was delayed multiple times. So that kind of sucked. After we were delayed a few times, we moved on to O'Hare International Airport, that one. We ended up in Chicago. From there, I remember arriving. It was very late at night. It was 11, so it was late. I got there. They picked us up. They picked up our social security, our IDs, and they just lined us up, made us sit on the floor where we met RDC. Well, they're the in-docked RDCs. They're a little different. They just are in charge of making sure the processing people, or the people who are in dock, are getting to where they're supposed to until they get their actual RDCs. So they picked us up at the airport. We got in a bus. They made us turn off our phones by then already. So we got in a bus. Once we got to the bus, we drove off. So we got there. After we got to the place, to boot camp, to the base, they made us run off the bus. So they were like, hurry up, run, right? We had a girl fall and bust her like ear very bad. Like she like opened her ear. It was pretty bad. But like we ran. We had to keep running. They lined us up in two rows. They had us take out our phones, lift our phones up, and then they told us you got a certain amount of time to call your family, your friend's family, everything. Make your last call, tell them you're here, that you're safe and sound. So we called, hey, we're here, right? Nobody answered my calls. My recruiter, they told us if nobody in our family answered our calls, to call our recruiter. So I ended up calling my recruiter. My recruiter informed my family when I made it safely. So we got there like at 1 in the morning, so I feel bad. But we got there. After we got there, they had us get ready for night of arrival, which was, it was the worst day ever, not gonna lie. You get there, no sleep, because you've been traveling just to get to boot camp, and you're there, you're just doing like medical stuff, you're doing paperwork, getting all your uniform. You mostly just get your PTs and your sweats, which is what you're gonna wear while you're there. So you get there, get all that, get like your basic necessities like shampoo, conditioner, all that. You really don't need it because they're gonna give it to you either way, but you can take your personal stuff as long as it fits in like a small drawer, which is like ye thick, ye long. Like it's not that big. So you gotta fit everything in there. Make sure to take some pictures for sure. That's something you really need. Anyways, we got there, got all the stuff. We went to the famous Diddy Box, room. We got there, they made us undress. Everybody's so focused on getting everything on, not pissing off the RDCs. So nobody really cares. Nobody's really looking at you. Not gonna lie, they make you take off everything and put it in a box, like everything, your socks, all of that. You put it all away in a box, including like anything you may have brought with you that you're not gonna use with you. From there, you sit in a room for hours because you're waiting for everybody else to arrive. So keep in mind, we got there like at midnight. We were like the second to last group or the third to last group, so that we were still waiting for like 2-3 groups. So we got there. They gave us a training guide which has everything that you need to pass everything at boot camp. So we really were like reading that because we were like, you know what, we don't want to mess up or whatever. Like we don't want to fail, because a certain amount of failures could cause you to be like pushed back in your training. So we did that. We studied for a bit until they started calling our names, and it was like, this person, division something. Like for me, it was like Barriasco, division 227. I was like, okay. They set you to the side, whatever, right? And then after everybody gets like their equal card, they get, what's it called, the clothes that they need, all of that, like every necessity that they might need for the first few days. And you get into your divisions. Divisions are like your classes per se. So you all go, right? From there, they send you to a room. So we didn't get to our room till like 4 or 5 in the morning. We were hungry, we were tired, we were exhausted. We were very like unfamiliar with what was happening. We were put with only girls in that moment when we got to that room. So when we got to that room, we were there. So we all got there. We had our first chow after a bit. Chow is like food. For people who do not know that, we got there, ate. It was heaven. I'm gonna be honest with you. That first meal was heaven. We were in the Pearl, I believe, that first week, because we had to wait for our RDCs to come get us. And the time we got there, we had a holiday in between, so we were on hold a little longer. But there was people in our division who had gotten there like a week prior, so they were in hold for like 2 weeks almost, which sucked. But yeah, we got there, we did that. There was the RDCs I mentioned earlier, like the indoc ones. They assigned leadership for now, just to kind of, have this stuff rolling, keep everything rolling. So after that, we had chow, got to our rooms, just studied. We weren't allowed to sleep that first night. It was so tough. Everybody was tired. Everybody's falling asleep. Everybody kept waking each other up because we kept on getting in trouble. So yeah, that happened. Fast forward, we met RDCs a few days later, like our actual division RDCs. We started off with 3. We had a female and 2 males. The female was a petty officer. We had a male petty officer and a male chief. And yeah, they were there. We met them. They kind of reorganized everything that was happening. We had different leadership to what we had in Indoc. We had a few people come into our division after, like, in that first week. We were like, what's happening? Like, they weren't with us. We were an integrated division, which means we were with males. So we didn't meet those males until the day we met our RDCs. So yeah, that was crazy. We had to shower together as females, like females in the same compartment. They showered together. There's no curtains. There's nothing. You go into the bathroom, yeah, you might not get lucky sometimes. Sometimes they don't got curtains there either. So you gotta just do what you gotta do. So yeah, it's like 80 plus females in one compartment, showering, using the bathroom, getting ready every morning. It was tough. It was some tough shit, not gonna lie. From there, we didn't get to have our first mail, like sending out mail or receiving mail, until like 2 to 3 weeks in. And that's kind of around the same time we almost got our first phone call. So that kind of sucked, not gonna lie. It was very hard. It was a very big shift because we're so dependent on our phones and like communicating with our family sometimes. And when you get there, it's like nothing. No communication, no talking, no texting, no calling, nothing. So that was a big shift. From there, we moved on to DMI, Dynamic Material Inspection, which is like you either have to unfold your clothes and then fold it under a certain amount of like minutes, just to prove that you know how to fold it and according to like their regulation, or do your bed, like undo your bed and do your bed based on their regulation. So that was intense. That first like few weeks, that's all we trained. We trained just on DMI. We also did personal inspection, which was our NWUs, which is like the camouflage pattern per se. That uniform, we had an inspection with that, so we were also training for that. And we also had test 1 coming up like shortly right after. It was all after each other, but the thing is, it was like week 2, so like all we did was train week 1 and P days. P days are processing days, like the actual processing days where you get your medical records done, you get any uniform you might be missing. So they fit you for all of that. You get any paperwork you might need. You also get your CAC and stuff like that you might need. All those kinds of stuff, you know? So from there, we got the peanut butter shot, for sure. It was not fun. During boot camp, I got a total of 8 shots. Yeah, they vaccine you like crazy. They make sure you have everything. But the peanut butter shot, it don't hurt, but it hurts. Like, it hurts after. It's like a lot of our males, like males and females, could not walk or sit down for like 2 days. And then the worst part is like that happens during P4, like processing day number 4. We got IT'd P5 because we were considered fit for full duty. So we had a nice little IT session early in the morning after getting our peanut butter shot. So it was pretty bad. It was bad. Let's just say everybody was in pain from the peanut butter shot, and you get IT'd. Yeah, it was I'm gonna be honest, we had a few issues there, here and there, so I understand why we got IT'd, but it hurt. Anyways, going back on track, we had test 1. Those are the longest days. Like, they're the longest weeks, the longest, like, everything, because everything is just like you're getting used to it. The schedule is so different, it's so new. It's just getting used to everything. You're extremely tired all the time because you're also getting used to like the schedule, like the morning and night schedule. They always make sure you always have at least 8 hours of sleep until later on into the camp experience. You get watches that are 2 hours long, which you have to stay awake, make sure everybody, nobody's doing anything bad. You're making sure nobody that shouldn't be in there comes inside. So you do all that. From there, you move on to, test 2, prepping for test 2, prepping for line handling. You get taught how to line handle, so like a boat, how to send it underway and entering port. It was pretty fun, not gonna lie. It was just a fun experience. From there, things move a little faster, but not so fast, because you're still kind of slow. There's still a lot of classes. You have a lot of classes. It's a lot of sitting down, reading your book while like they're teaching it to you, answering questions, all that. From there, after you finish Marlin Spike, which is line handling, you have damage control, which is firefighting. That one was fun. That's where you do the gas chamber. It's not that bad. Genuinely, I did not think it was bad at all. It was not bad. And then we had an RDC assessment that same week, where it's a preliminary OPFA. So they just see if you're actually in track physically to be able to keep going with boot camp and everything like that. And if they think you're going to be able to pass your actual OPFA. So you do that. I passed mine that same week that we had firefighting and RDC assessment. I got very sick. I got a virus. There was a virus that was going around that my RDC also got. And she had to be in the hospital for a bit. What's it called? So I contracted that virus or whatever was going around. So I was bed sick for 2 days, I believe. So from there, I had to catch up on everything. Don't go to sick hall. Like, obviously, if you feel very, very sick, go. But don't go from like a cold or something like that. If it's something very serious, yes. But if it's something like a cold, no. Because you miss one day, you're playing catch up. It's hard. It's hard. Everything's going slow but fast at the same time. It's kind of hard to explain. But yeah, you do that. I passed my RDC assessment, thankfully. From there, you have weapons, which is where we like learn how to handle guns. It's a pistol. It's pretty fun. It's exciting. You get a chance of earning a ribbon. I was able to earn my ribbon. I got marksmanship, which was pretty cool. You get to shoot live rounds. So it's fun. It's just a fun experience. From there, you also have test 2. Yeah. And you also have another uniform inspection, but this time it's your khakis, your peanut butters. We call them the peanut butters. It's the one that's like brown and black pants, that one. It's the Navy service uniform. So you wear that one for that inspection. And then you also have drill. You have drill 2. I forgot to say, drill 1 happens a little, like, I think it was like right before damage control. That's when it happens. And then from there, obviously you got drill 2. And then from there, this is where everything goes by fast. Right after weapons, everything goes by so fast. You're prepping for test 3. You're doing PI 3. You're doing drill 3. Everything's like right after each other. You do TCCC, which is just like the basics of medical. Like for you to be able to save a life, like just like, you know, stop the bleeding, get out kind of thing. Yeah, that kind of TCCC. Obviously a lot of classwork. They show you how like to manage your money, how your Roth and traditional pay go, or all that. Like they teach you all of that over there, so you really don't have to worry about once you come out, what do I do with all my money? How do I build a savings account? How do I do this? No, they set everything for you. Like during boot camp, they teach you every single thing, which is amazing. So as you're prepping, like not only like getting ready for the life outside, but also for like anything you're gonna be doing, you also get classes on like what you're gonna do next kind of thing. You get like classes on, I don't know, experiences of some people, you know, testimonies per se, and everything leads up to the final test, the final like big thing. So as you're working throughout this whole time, you're working as a team. This is all about teamwork. So yes, you do line handling, you learn individually, but you work as a team. Yes, you do firefighting, but you do it as a team. So yes, you could fail individually, but if you fail individually, you also cause your team to fail. So as you're going through there, they're always going to tell you it's your ship first, then your people, then you. So that's how it always will be, because after that, you have your final test called battle stations. I cannot disclose anything about it, but I can tell you it's all about teamwork. Teamwork, teamwork, teamwork. Everything you learn during boot camp, don't only take it to battle stations, take it outside of battle stations, take it outside of boot camp. All the things you learn as you're going there is stuff you're definitely going to be using. It's stuff that you're definitely going to see in the real life. So I think that's really much my maybe boot camp experience. Nothing too crazy, nothing too bad. It was, of course, mentally challenging, physically challenging. We had a lot of people who ended up getting booted off. And it was sad, obviously, because it's like, it's already 10 weeks long, and then you're almost there and you get set back for something. And it's hard. It's draining. It's very hard to deal with people around you that you do not know. It's just challenging. But it's a challenge that I did not mind taking, you know? It's something I do not regret. It's something that so far I'm actually not mad about. It's something I'm actually happy that I took this decision. So over there, not only do you learn how to be a better person, how to be a better you also learn about other people's experiences. Yes, your RDCs are your instructors first, but they will always be there to give you advice. As you go, you're gonna come to know that your RDCs are actually people you could talk to, kind of thing. Obviously, they're not gonna be your best friends. No, they're your instructors. But that's exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna instruct you and guide you to be able to have a successful Navy career. And yeah, it's overall that. There's not much I can say now. I pretty much laid it all out. But yeah, just know if you're going there or if you make the choice of wanting to go to Navy boot camp, it's hard. It's not going to be easy, and it's not meant to be easy. It's meant to push you, and it's meant to make you want to give up. Because when you join the Navy, you're not just joining like an organization, a club, something like that. You're joining like an organization that's gonna eventually go to war one day. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully we don't. But like, they make sure they tell you that when you're over there. They make sure that you know that you're not just there for fun. You're also there because you're becoming part of the military. You're becoming somebody who's going to defend your country. And you have to be willing to take any risks that are necessary to defend your country. So it's hard. It ain't going to be easy. IT sessions are not fun. Not at all. But in a way, it helps you work as a team, because if one of y'all fall when you're in the front leaning, they make you start all over again. So it's like a team thing. Y'all like, you don't want to do it no more. Hey, yo, I don't want my friend on the side to do it no more. I'm going to push myself to not fall to the floor. I'm going to push myself to keep going. It's just hard. So leadership positions you could get, obviously you got your RPOC, your AROC, your yeoman. You get 3 yeomans, a main yeoman, a dental, and a medical. You have your 2 MAs, a female and a male. Your laundry POs, 2 of them, a male and a female. Head PO, which is for the bathrooms, a male and a female, obviously. Religious PO, a female and a male. Male PO, which is for the male, they have to take a certain test to be able to be qualified for it, which they offer it to you there at boot camp. You don't need prior experience. You get starboard watch and port watch. What else do you get? You have flag positions you could go for too. I was a flag, I was a PFC, so I carried our ship's flag. So you're put in ships, buildings are called ships there. And then obviously you break down into divisions. You have your division and your brother division. If you're an integrated division, you're obviously gonna be all the females for one division and their brother div are gonna be in one, and then all the males for brother div and that division in one. They're across the hall. One division's home is one compartment, and then another division's home is another compartment. So we had the male house, our division, and then our brother div had the female house. So that's kind of how it works. It's a little confusing, but you get to understand it once you're there. The food there, pretty solid. It's pretty good. I was in USS Chicago, I think. Yeah. So I was in that one. It was fun. It was good. The food was good. Just make sure you watch what you eat sometimes, especially with like OPFA, the PFA, UPT every day except Sundays. So make sure you're careful, because sometimes they give you like spicy chicken sandwich. You eat that after PT, you're gonna regret it. Also IT sessions, there's certain boundaries to it, but you can still get IT. You get IT. Like, you can't escape that. And those IT sessions are not to hurt you, they're to make you better. So take that as a learning experience. That's how I took all of it. And that's how it is. If you find it tough, don't give up, keep going. You already made it that far. Why stop there, you know? So I think that's mostly all I have. If I remember more things, I'll probably hop on again, do another video. Currently, I'm in my A school. I currently am training to be a corpsman. So there's probably gonna be a video about stuff like that later on. Currently, in Fort Sam Houston. So it's pretty fun. So yeah, I think that's it for me. Just, y'all got any more questions, put it in the comments, or DM me if you have my Insta. So yeah, that's it for today. So bye vlog.